everything's gonna be uploaded to YouTube. The stream will be like 3 hours, but I'll probably just divide it. Even though it's one stream, I'll like make it different YouTube videos. And you're safe anyway. Why go 8? I don't know. I just like going 8. I guess I never thought about doing 6. I'm gonna do 2cc Banshee. I could change it to 3cc Banshee. I do have the other builds at the bottom that are good openers, but yeah, I'll probably mix it up with 2 and 3, but I'll definitely be doing 3 racks in TVP and then the double gas opener in TVT. 20 seconds earlier? Interesting. Maybe I'll try it. Okay, let me delete some stuff real quick. Oops. And the dog? Yeah, that's just trashed. 2 base, 3cc Banshee, that's true. You only actually kill stuff with the Banshees if you're bad. Why don't I just play 3cc Banshee then? For the diamond to GM? I can. Or if you're Clem, that's true. Or if you're goaded. I wasn't sure about 3cc Banshee because A, you guys, people in Diamond always get Roach Olin, and B, people that I coach in Diamond always, when they do 3cc Banshee, they have like 2,000 minerals 7 minutes into the game. And I think it's like, I don't know. I feel like I can't just blame one person because every person that I coach in Diamond has the same exact problem where they have like infinite money with 3cc Banshee. So I'll mix in both, but perhaps the 2 gas opener would be a little bit easier. Like, it's not terrible if you don't play 3cc Banshee. Like, you could still get GM without using 3cc Banshee, but it's actually very mechanically demanding. Okay, for maps, I'm probably going to veto some actually. I feel like this is kind of, I don't know, realistic, I guess. So I don't like Blackburn because I think it's really hard to attack, do the push. What's mechanically demanding? 2-1-1. Oh, 3cc Banshee. And the slow zones, and it's kind of like going around. I actually think this map's pretty hard to play as Terran, so we'll veto that one. Honestly, I'll just veto Beckett because it's not even in the map pool. It's supposed to be in the map pool. And then after that, you kind of have to choose between Pride of Alteris and Glittering Asses. I think Pride is worse than Glittering. I think that's the general consensus is that Glittering or Pride is worse than Glittering. So I'm gonna veto Pride, and that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Maybe like this a little bit. I'm gonna turn on health bars probably. And then I'll show my control groups. Okay, cool. Okay. But yeah, that's the only thing with 3cc Banshee that like I've noticed for some people is that you gotta they'll float a lot of money in the middle. And it's true, like it's really tough to spend all the money. How many hotkeys will I use for what? Backle. I have 2 for army and 1 for like dropping and like harassment. Oh yeah, I'll sell them in platinum. My MMR is 3k. My MMR is 3k actually, which I think is like diamond 3. Okay, so we're gonna play a 2cc Banshee first. And then camera locations. Okay, cool. So, boop. I'm gonna play slower. Try to play slower. I have to farm low league players to make me feel better about myself. It's true. Okay. Oh, my eyeballs. What's up, Hydra? That's like 300 APM. Look, I'm trying my best. Okay, it's not. I'm like addicted to the spam. Okay, Brax. None of this stuff matters. This isn't fucking bronze to GM, so it's not like you guys need to know that I'm supposed to buy barracks right now. So. And I always scout. Of course, we scout with the barracks SUV, right? Pop it at gas. Then at 19, rally the natural. The main CC to the natural. Okay, there you go. So I rally like that. This one goes here. Hey there. Hello. Hello, Rory Skies. So Reaper, Orbital. Okay, thing's fine. I think the biggest takeaway is from this is actually going to be how to handle all the random shit in like Diamond and like Masters. I don't know. I feel like that's where I'm gonna lose. That's where I'm gonna get clipped by Mo. Okay. So we're looking at SUV Scout, Orbital, Marine, of course. Okay, so this pull first. So what I'll do here is I'll actually keep scouting with this because I want to see if he took a gas, and then we're gonna keep the Reaper at home. So here, okay, he's building 6 slings, and he hasn't mined any gas, so he doesn't have any gas for speed or like a roach or anything like that. And then we'll keep this Marine in the high ground. So at this point, I'm not really worried about an all-in. What he'll most likely do is take a third. So I'll just wait for my CC to finish, and then I'll go ahead and send my Reaper across. Yeah, because he wasn't mining any gas. So that's what you want to do. You're going to do this like once a week? Yeah, I'm going to do it once a week. What would I have done if he mined gas? At that point, it depends on how much gas he's mined. If he like already mined the gas for speed and then took off, then everything stays the same. I would just be a bit cautious about my SUVs in the natural. But if he was still mining gas, maybe after the initial 100 that they need to build speed, then I would be kind of concerned, and I'm a bit prone to building a bunker at least. Because it could be a roach meme. Okay, so now we're gonna build the depot, some Hellions, and then yeah, so pretty easy stuff. Macroing. I'll wait for another 2 Hellions to come out before I send these across. And the first thing I want to do is check the third. These can stay here for run by purposes. Okay, yeah, so he just took a third, which we kind of already figured because he didn't mine any gas. So he just played a safe opener. We keep making Marines. I built 2 Marines, and then I would build a reactor. And then I would send the Reaper across a little bit earlier, so I could see, because then I can use the 2 Marines to defend. Okay, so we'll use the Hellions. That's why I always keep 2 at home. Oops, supposed to need to go back. You can stop that. Okay, so now that I have 6 in total, and I have enough minerals to where I can just wall off, I'm gonna go ahead and send the rest of my Hellions across, and then plug this with my command center, and then another depot. Put it there, and then now I don't have to worry about it, and my Hellions are across. So reactor. With another depot. Okay, so now we're gonna see what's going on. Single queen, so we can attack with a single queen. It looks like it doesn't have enough for transfuse. Okay, well, now we're just losing units, I guess. So he's got nothing to defend, so no lings or anything, and a few queens will just kill some drones. Okay, that's why he's got no drones, is because he's building roaches. So and then we'll move away now. And then, now that I'm not using my Hellions, this is where I want to catch up and do all the stuff that I didn't get to do. My eBays and my production. And then because I already played Banshees, these roaches don't really make a difference. I'm playing like low GM. Well, I'm not diamond, what the fuck? Okay. There you go. So now, we'll just use the Banshees and we'll keep the Hellions at home. And then instead of... I would have liked to go into Widow Mines first, actually, despite the tech lab. But I'll just go ahead and build tanks because I know my opponent is playing roaches, right? And then 4th and 5th. We can move my Banshees away for a little bit so I can just switch my add-ons. Okay, now we can go back again. Okay, single queen. Normally, I wouldn't target queens unless they're like separated from the pack, because then you can avoid the transfuse. Right, okay. There he's got queens now. So every time I take a pause on my Banshees, that's when you want to do all the extra stuff you have to do, right? Like here, I would take a base. And then I like to put an armory to finish the wall off when my command center lifts. And it's a good time as well because my upgrades are like halfway done. And then after this, you kind of want to just see... Oh, I only built 1 medevac. You want to see how many... Or if they're taking the 4th. So in this case, he's taking the 4th. And then, yeah. So because he's playing roaches, I want to be even more cautious with my Banshees. Because I don't actually know if he's just going to meme me. So we can just send the Banshees home. And then the rest of this we can grab. And now we can go for a 7:30 timing. Here I have 3 tanks. Fuck ton of Marines. I got like 17 Marines and the Hellions. And then, so you could actually bring everything if you wanted to, but I won't do that. I'll keep the Banshees at home at least. And then yeah, just kind of keep walling. And now we'll focus on this push. Yeah, it's like no creep, so if there was a lot of creep here, I would have maybe gone like this way, for example. But in this case, he doesn't really have a whole lot. So it's kind of okay. And then we'll set up on this ramp. You could put the Hellions on top of the tanks if you want to, if you're worried about lings. But in this case, he only got roaches. And we killed a lot of drones, so now we can unsiege these and bring them together. And then again, like, we can kind of pause here for a little bit. And we can take a 4th. And then we can add our extra Raxes. And then, you know, once I do all that, then it's like, okay, I still have a little bit of money floating, but at least I have the stuff that I need. And I can keep attacking. And as long as I just build stuff, I can keep my money down. And then here I'm supply blocks, so maybe I'll want to build some more depots. And maybe call down. Okay, and then yeah, I kind of want to scan there. Okay, that's actually a lot of shit. So I want to keep my tanks alive. So what you can do in these kinds of situations is actually pick up your tanks in the medevac so they don't die. And then kind of like, if you need to stim your bio away, you can do that. So we'll just stim away. Start my tank upgrade. Maybe I could have built a second factory earlier. So that's something that could have been done there. And I killed his 4th, but I want to see if he retook his, so I don't see any there, which means he probably is taking that one again. And now that I'm nearing max out, I'm feeling pretty good. What I'm gonna do here actually is I'm gonna wait until I can take my 4th. So I'll like put a tower here, and then we'll land this. And then again, like, we just want to make sure that we're taking care of all of our macro stuff so that we can actually like not have to worry about floating. So now that I got all that stuff situated, we can kind of go again. And then yeah, just make sure you keep building stuff. Oh. Back up from the bios, we can siege our tanks. Well, I'm not even microing, like, I'm just careful with the bio. Maybe here, there's a bit of downtime. I can do planetary and then scan again. Okay. Now I'm pushing again, so all I'm gonna be focusing on now is just spending my money. That's it. So I keep scanning. Okay, he has 1 attack and I have 2/2. So this is actually good for me. I could keep pushing. And then run away from the bios. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of the choke point because we don't want to be there. Okay, bios, gonna run away, and then keep scanning so your tanks have vision. Run away again from the bio. Okay, nice. And then now, it seems like he's pretty dead, so I'll go ahead and F2 now. And then I can look at my bases. Here, maybe I'll build just more command centers. There you go. Look, my APM was less than 300, so this was realistic, actually. But, yeah, so takeaway there was what? He went pool first. He went pool first. I saw with my worker. Right, so then pool first. So he spilled 6 links and he barely started mining gas. So this is pretty safe for me. Leave the Reaper at home. Put the Marine up here. Realistic is 200 max. What if they're cracked? What did I drop? I think he just takes a third and then we just played Banshees. We saw he had like no lings or queens, so that's what. That part is what made me run into aliens. And then once the roaches came out, then I just used my Banshees. Nice. I'm in Silver League. I'm in Silver League with at 3K. Poggers. Silver to GM. Hello. Smurf is true. You guys are gonna see me on Reddit. This fucking asshole is smurfing. Piece of shit turned me into content. Did I just get a gold player? What the fuck? Nice, I like it. Okay. TVT. Stuff. Okay, we're gonna play. Bro, how did I get a gold player at 3K? What the fuck? Game is dead, confirmed. Okay, Rax here. And then 16 gas, we'll do 17 gas. Playing another successful streamer on the content grind. 3K is plat, no? I don't know. Is it? Is 3K plat? I have no idea. Okay, so here right now you can SUV scout 18. It's pretty normal, or 17 even. And here we'll build depot and then Reaper, orbital. I always rally my Reaper into my main mineral line actually not always, but it's a good idea. So that you don't die to like proxy racks or stuff like that, having your Reaper on the map. So leave it in there. And then the factory. A bit unfair, it's true. I'm turning everyone to content, though I'm a terrible person, I know. Okay, he's going reactor. So this could be reactor Reaper. I don't see any buildings behind it, so that makes it difficult. So in this situation, because his Reapers will be a bit later, what you can do is actually send your first Reaper across so you can see if it's going Reactor Reaper Factory or maybe Marines. And then this SCV, the scouting SCV, you can send it into your natural so you can build the command center. And then we'll build a Hellion, we'll start another Reaper. Okay. He builds a tech lab. So I think he's building 2 Reapers and maybe a Cyclone. Sorry. Natural command center. So here I just want to actually wait and see. But because nothing has come out yet already, it's gotta be Reapers, and yes, it is indeed. Okay, I'm not gonna take this fight because I know I'll win it with just my micro. And I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna back away. And instead of what I would do in this situation is knowing that I have a Hellion coming, I would just build a Hellion. I'm actually even supply blocked. Also realistic, so we'll call down there. And then CC is halfway done, so we'll take our 3rd gas in the natural. And this Reaper is already late, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel it and build it. Oh, I already have enough stuff. Okay, cool. And then here, always a Cyclone first. And then a Tech Lab. Let's go ahead and swing on in here. Okay, he doesn't have a base yet. Oh, he built a tank. So you can actually take this fight, like, because the tank can't hit anything. So unless the tank is closer, then it's kind of different. But yeah, so now he moves the tank closer, so he can move away. And then we'll start some SCVs. Again, whenever there's downtime, you know, you can move this stuff away, and then you can just transfer out, build some stuff. At this point, you could even have a SCV building depots the whole time. And I would even suggest, like, don't shift click this. Actually, just leave it idle. I think it's actually really helpful for some people, especially if you get supply blocked fairly often. The idle worker thing will highlight again, and that can be an indicator that you need to build depots. And to be told, like here, for example, okay, press the middle mouse button, depot again. Marines. And you can see I'm mostly just using my camera locations to move around with. Got definitely an insane habit to build, mechanically speaking. It's probably one of the best things you could do for yourself at this MMR. So that you're not, because you don't want to get really used to, you know, like, oh, something's happening here, and then here, and then, you know, here, and stuff like that. You definitely can play a lot cleaner just by using the camera locations every time something happens. And it's a really hard habit to build if you don't do it early. So then here, after 2 Ravens, we'll go ahead and go for our Vikings. And then you can build a 3rd on location, or you can build it in your main, like here, for example. And then we'll just go ahead and control group that. Another tank. And then you can kind of just keep these outside there. So I would put this on my secondary army hockey, and then I would put this on my main. And then once we take our 3rd, we'd put 4 gases in total. I can add my barracks now. More Vikings. And then here I need to be building more depots, right? You can even shift some depots ahead of time. Okay. And so then now let's go ahead and scan, because I want to see what my opponent is doing. So I see he's going 3 racks already, 4th racks, and a starport, and he's why is there so many missile turrets? Okay. So when this kind of thing happens, seeing all those barracks already, to me that signals a 2-base opener. Which means he's gonna be aggressive. So you kind of have 2 options. You can turtle if you want to, or right now, for example, I could hit a timing. So I know my opponent doesn't have a starport yet. Right, it just finished, which means he actually hasn't built any Vikings, and I have. So what I can do then is abuse the air advantage and keep him at home. And then in the case where he's able to like send a medevac across the map, I won't rally, so everything stays home. And then that way, if that does happen, I can avoid dying in a base trade scenario by just making sure that I'm allocating units at home and not F2ing to the other side. So then here, we can kind of just poke forward with the... So what am I... You hear what I'm going to do is I'm going to siege here. We'll move this forward. Okay. And then what I would even suggest, like right now, matrix those two. See, you can click on them to see how far away they are and how close you need to be to shoot them. And then right now, let's say now there's some downtime, no one's shooting each other. I can add some more barracks. Make sure I'm building workers still. Kind of just check up on my bases. And then armory. Maybe some medevacs. Control group Ds. Okay, something's happening here. And then you just tab back. And then, you know, I have the air advantage, so I can keep doing this. Right. This is why you build Ravens. And Vikings. And then same thing again. And then, yeah, whenever you have downtime, of course, I'm obviously going to do this a lot faster, but control groups will definitely help you being able to do this. And then, seeing him unsiege like that, that kind of signals that they're not too comfortable with this. So then I can bring these closer. And then, here I want to do missile auto turrets. Your tanks, you want to actually... If you can, target fire these as they're sieging. So they already take a lot of damage, and then the Marines can kind of clean them up. And then now I can just kind of bring everything go across because I know I'm winning the game now, because I mean it's natural. Start 2-2, +1. A lot of workers here, so let's go ahead and transfer. And then start a 4th, maybe more barracks and some starports. Yeah, this guy's cracked. Actually talented. And then, yeah, so at this point he's like dead, right? So this will just finish him off. We can add another factory. Make sure we're still building depots. And then, yeah, so we'll just keep attacking, and that's pretty much it. So I think I feel like he played pretty good for a gold player. I think so. He just got cucked because he didn't play Ravens Vikings. You're not using Ravens anymore? Well, I didn't think I was gonna hit a fucking gold player. I'm 3K. He's mining there. Maybe here you can like send some Marines. Whenever someone's not leaving the game, it's always like they have another something going on. So then I'll like, you can just like scan. Behind all game, I can win. Exactly. He's already off to a good start then. Yeah, I mean he's dead. Like here we can just stop wasting time. Go kill him. And we know he's dead because I'm literally killing all his production and healing. We've already checked and assessed that he doesn't have any other base. Literally just hold the A key across the map. 223, 210. Like I played at 200. There you go. Okay, I'm getting better at this. Practice makes perfect. Oh my god, we're past silver 1. Bro, oh look, he was 3K. Bronze to GM? Well, I was gonna do diamond to GM. But I ended up in gold at 3K MMR. I did better than my average. And I even was supply block longer than him. And I have more unspent resources. As for a diamond account, this is diamond. This is diamond MMR. Bro, I'm legit. 3K is like high plat, I think. Plat 1, diamond 3. Mo, you should know. You're a diamond. Get out of here. I'm on NA server. Damn, well, you got roasted, bro. My bad. I should have been more careful about that. Am I supposed to have philosophy on teaching new players? So this is oh, now I got a diamond player. I didn't want to do bronze to GM because those videos touch a lot on the basics, and I already think it's really good content. Like, we don't need a third series of somebody going over the basics, you know, like camera locations, control groups, how to, like, I don't know, macro, like that kind of stuff. So I chose to start in diamond. And of course, I'm also doing it from Terran perspective. But diamond, I feel like, is when the game gets a little bit more, I don't know, serious, I guess. And then you kind of like already want to have those mechanics built up so we can start less on that beginning stuff. Strategically choosing not to key right now. I'm sorry. I know I'm like cock blocking the ladder. And I'm being a bully, but for the sake of content, feels bad, man. Okay, we're playing TCC Banshee again. So check out my Google Doc if you want to follow. But I'm actually not going to go for too long. Like, I only plan to go for like an hour and a half more, 2 hours. Okay. And then again, we use this SCV. Cross. And then down here. You don't play bio? You're anti-techist? Mech sucks, but Mech sucks at the pro level, but it's actually, I guess, it's actually really good if you're in diamond. Diamond to masters, because people don't know what to do. Not gonna lie, Mech carries some of you guys in these MMRs. I said it. Okay, I always have a camera location for my rally point, so you'll be seeing me use that. I would suggest setting it up if you can, / want to commit the time to. It's actually really, really helpful. Okay, so this is a normal hatchery timing. And then at this point, it's kind of up to you if you want to block the hatchery or not. I would block this one and just patrol it. It's gonna take more APM, I guess. That's true. So if it's actually a bit annoying for you to do it, then I would suggest not to, because I'd rather like have you guys focus on your build as opposed to trying to block a hatchery. I thought about killing the drones there, and I was like, no, this game that would be toxic. You don't have to. So actually, you don't even need to use. You don't even need to use those buttons. You could even use like I don't know, QWERTY, QWERTY, or you know, anything like that. Like I think Uthermal doesn't have them on the FGs actually. So you can definitely change it, make it easier for yourself. But it's definitely very, very, very helpful. What would you use for the rally? So some people use spacebar. I use alt, but the only issue with alt is that sometimes I will remove my own control groups if I do this too fast. So that's the only thing. Because I also use F1 to F5. So I think spacebar is actually a good one. If I'm not mistaken, Clem might use alt or spacebar, one of the two. And then, like I said, we want to keep 2 Hellions at home, and then we'll build another depot on this side. Okay, here's his drones here, but he's not actually taking anything. Okay, we can just stop blocking this because that's a lot of APM. Yeah, rally's really, really cool. I would 100%. Okay, I see a roach, but that's fine, right? Because I'm already building banshees. Pushing P, we're pushing P with my Diamond to GM series. Or Gold to GM now. Okay, CC at the wall. Now that my wall's complete, same thing, we can send the Hellions across and... Dude, it's actually so hard to play this slow. Oh my god. What the fuck? And then I'll keep the first Banshee out here in case he like sends the roaches across. And once my second Banshee comes out, then I'll go ahead and use it. And then before I use the Hellions, let me go ahead and add my 2 barracks, my 2 E-bays. This stuff all kind of goes together, right? Control group those. Control group these. Oh, my SUV is stuck here, so let me go and do that. Hit my rally point location to raise it. And then when you take your E-bays, you want to take your gases. And then I will go use the Hellions. No drones here. A little bit concerning. They just got a lot of roaches, as you can see. So I don't plan on doing much of my Hellions anymore. So instead, what I'm gonna do is try to build tanks now as soon as I can. Start my upgrades, take my gases, just kind of situate your macro a little bit here first. And then now that my Banshees are out, we can use the Banshees instead. Start a tank. Combat. There. Raise this wall off, and then my third is an orbital, so let's go ahead and add 2 more. You wonder if it was... Really? It could have been me. Did you play Chupapi? I'm Chupapi. I know, cringe name. I like it though. Yeah? Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm doing the bowling series. I think that's what it's better called. Thanks for being cool about it though. Feels bad, man. Okay, so like here, he just started the spore, but he has Hydra Den and a layer. So I'm just gonna sit here and just shoot drones until the Overseer comes in. And then kind of fly away. Maybe I can kill this Banshee. Okay, now I want to pause again because I want to land my third. So let's take the time to do all the stuff that we need to do. I got a lot of idle workers, so... And I always remember to build depots because I want to build this wall as quickly as I can. And that's like, what, 4 depots already? So that's really cool, right? Like, that's how we can avoid the supply block. And then because we lifted our CC, we know that we need to build the armory to plug the wall. Start combat. Oh, we already did. Nice, ahead of the curve. Yeah, I'm playing really slow. Like, I'm playing really slow. I think I'm playing like 100.
Protoss.
Oh, thanks for the gifted Severino. How do I stop getting hit by balls when I look at my base? You gotta move your army away, ape. Okay, so he played pretty quick Hydra with no Banelings. So honestly, let's go ahead and scan, because he might just be playing really fast Lurker. And then with the Banshees even, you could like scout around like this because of the airspace and just want to see what he's building. But my 1-1 is done, so I can hit a timing now. And then Maybe take this, build some more depots, kind of like finish that wall off there. Start 2-2. Handful of Hydras. So we know he's only got one attack. I have 1-1, so let's go ahead and push in. And then we can keep going, keep macroing. And then here, same thing, siege some tanks. If you're fast enough, you can start a 4th. Okay, that's a lot of roaches. Here we have this separated into a different control group so that we can target fire the tanks. And then I'll pick up. And then rally, camera location, right? Back to our rally point where the rest of our army is. So that's cool, right? Immediately we can grab all that. Okay, now we do macro again. So I'm floating a lot of money. Let me go ahead. I know my 4th base is coming up, so I need 3 more barracks. Can unload this. Transfer some of these. Fix some of this. Hello, hello. There's a tourney in 1 hour if you want to play. Munka S, you're catching me in my Diamond to GM series. That's kind of rude. Okay, so I see he's taking his 4th now, barely. So that's gotta feel kind of good, right? Because I already have my 4 CC, so I'm not really rushing to kill him. The only thing is that I'm gonna be a little bit worried about the lurkers. So that's when you want to scan, right? And I see, okay, he's getting his lurker den now. So this is where I might be like, okay, he's gonna be banking on money to morph everything into lurkers. So let me go ahead and hit a timing now before the lurker den is done. So that's actually a pretty smart idea there. And then while I'm moving out, let me kind of just take this. Okay, he's got a OV there. We can take some of these workers, right? Take to the follow. And then he doesn't even have it yet. Okay, so I'll go ahead and scan here. I don't see him. I don't see him at all. So that's kind of a bit worrying. And he's behind me. So I'll just A-click over here. Because we're A-clicking our way to victory. Move away from the biles, right? You don't even need to split. Just move away from them. It's totally okay. There you go. No micro needed. Marines are good. Like, every game I'm winning right now, I just have way more stuff. Which I guess is a macro thing, right? Like, I've just been spending all my money and filling depots, so. But I know I make it sound easy with another thing that's easy. And I start 3-3. Planetary. Okay, here come the lurkers. So now I can build some marauders. I'll scan. Against lurkers, you kind of want to make sure you have a concave, like go horizontally. But because he doesn't have any upgrades, it's not too easy to, or not too hard to take a fight against them. And then now I can F2. And during this whole time, just make sure you're building stuff. I even played even slower this game. Holy shit, I am getting really good at this. I'm getting really good at this. So, yeah, nothing fancy, right? Like, you can play at like 160 APM and basically, even my timings weren't perfect because I was floating, what, 2k mins for the most part, for a good amount. But just not getting supply blocked and consistently producing like does take you a long way right now. So, that's what I have to do. Well, Mars this. Right now I'm 3k. I know it says I'm gold, but also this account, I'm boosting it back up because I had it in GM like a long time ago, but my MMR reset. So I'm trying to get it back into GM. That's why I decided to do this, because I'm going to be playing the fucking games anyway to get it back to GM. So I might as well make it content so I feel I can justify the means. I'm justifying it to myself. Okay. Let's go again. Maybe I'll end this a little bit early so I can play the tournament. Would be kind of cool, actually. Oh, wait, I can't. Fuck. I have a date with somebody. In the past, I almost hit Diamond 3 with just a 1 base, 6 Rex, no gas, hitting at 5 with a bunch of Marine. That sounds actually toxic. Alright, who wants to see... Do you guys want me to try to play mech? Or do I just keep playing bio? I could mix in a mech game. If you guys are interested in that. Okay, so we're literally going to do the exact same thing we've been doing every TBC. Mech is cool against Zerg. It's fun. I think Mech is really strong in the lower leagues. Like Diamond, Masters, actually any league really. I think Mech is really strong. Next, play bio to GM. Okay, play bio. Oh yeah, literally same exact thing as the previous game, right? 2CC Banshee, and we're gonna... Oh, okay. No, you're good. I thought you were wondering if mech was good. I'll probably play it on a smaller map. This map I think is a bit too big. Dude, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck am I sitting on? Okay. Gas is done. So Drone Sky is pretty weird. Not gonna lie. That's not actually supposed to happen, but I think this guy, yeah. I think he's just, I don't know. Oh, I don't want to get proxy racks. Okay, so same thing again, right? 19 SCV across. It's down here. Reaper, Orbital. And then I always put this in one hotkey or control group, and then this SCV in another control group. And then 400 minerals, F2 to my second camera location. Center, then those. Main. Okay, I need to build a depot. Orbital, worker, and Marine. Mech is pretty good against Zerg, according to Maru. Especially on Hardwire, they're playing it. Okay, Reaper is done, sending across. So... I haven't been playing much mech. I've been thinking about practicing it. But not sure. I gotta watch the VODs on how they do it. Okay, we're gonna take our second gas now. And then... You just wanna see how many lings they build, really? Okay, there's 2. Maybe... Okay, the queen is out. It might be helpful to see what the queen does. Like if it puts a creep tumor or an inject. Okay. The orbital. I'm sorry, I literally... Okay, I can kill it. Swap. I instinctively hit F2 to go to my natural because I knew it was going to finish. Will this series help you get 5k? It will. It will. Copium. Okay. So rally point. Rally point, depot, right? 32 or 34 is good. I have an extra worker here. That bothers the fuck out of me, so I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it. And then let's see if he took a third. So that's really the big thing there. He's setting his creep this way, so it's possible he took that one. So let's go see. Camera location to F1. Banshee. Boat. Oh, thank you for the raid, Medimash. Hope you had a great stream. Start our Banshees. And then keep 2 at home. He went OV speed. So it's okay if they see the Cloak Banshee. We're really just playing a safe opener. That's why I chose this one. To counteract the memes that you might get. And then now that we're going to have a full wall off, like always, we're going to send all the Hellions. He's a ladder hero. He's a grinder. Oh, oh, okay. Oh yeah, and then I built 6 so we can lift this. Right? We'll pause with my Hellions. We'll send them back here. We'll start 2 barracks. And you can remember this by just looking at the timer. And you want to do this around 5 minutes. And then 1 gas. 2 gas. Control group. Banshee. And then you want to keep building depots, don't forget. And then we can send the first Banshee across. And then now, we'll just go back with the Hellions. You might notice that I don't even use these half the time. Okay, swap D. So my Banshees are out now. So send the Hellions back home. And while I'm waiting for my Banshees to go across the map, I'll just set up my stuff. It'll help if you actually, I guess I'm looking at the minimap so I can see here that it's still moving. But yeah, you want to do all this stuff first. And once you do all this stuff, then we can go ahead and use the Banshees. Okay, now I got all these control groups. Click on the minimap. I see here my Banshees are over there. And now we'll use them. And then maybe this. Oh, I didn't camera location this. Okay. Cloak. Okay, I see Roach Warren. Make sure you click all these. So Roach Warren, 2 Evos, and a Baneling Nest. Okay, why does everyone play Roaches as his MMR? Okay, we can send the Banshees away, or we can just hit that. Okay, I'm supply blocked here. And then, while my Banshees are not doing anything, we'll... These... So he hasn't taken that 4th? Okay, he's taking this 4th now. So this is just fucking late. But I know that it's my MMR, so... Or my MMR would be earlier. Second factory. You always want to take this 3rd gas as well. And then... Always remember building depots, because we want to make a wall off. What's up, Sea Dog? And then now we'll go across. Hey, what the fuck? No! There you go. Realistic.
Fuck Protoss.
Thanks, that Croatian guy. Thank you. Okay, so we're hitting our timing, right? And then make sure you keep building stuff. We want to start 2-2. And we'll go for it. Scan ahead, of course. Okay, not that much stuff, actually. I'll siege my tank. There's a lot of lings. Make sure I'm missing armor, so I'll start it. Just A moving here. No micro required because he doesn't have any banelings. Dies.
Fuck Protoss.
Oh, Medimash, thanks for the sub. So, I played even slower this game somehow. I'm getting too good at this. So, he's flooding a lot of minerals. My timings weren't even crisp. Like, you know, 7:30. You'd ideally 7:30. You'd already want to be on the other side of the map, to kill them. So yeah, literally every game so far has just been making sure that I'm more or less not getting supply blocked, and also more or less building my Marines. So your Banshees don't need to do too much. Your Hellions don't actually need to do anything, to be honest. As you get higher, then yes, you'd want to use the Hellions more if possible, because you want to start getting better at limiting the creep spread. But you don't necessarily need to be doing a lot with the Hellions. I think people get really caught up with that. You have about 80 APM? Good God. Might be time to build 5 factories. But yeah, like using your camera locations will help you. Will help you be more refined. Maybe lower GPI. But doing all the wrong things. Okay, well, outside of here, bro. I got like so many no GGs. How do they know that I'm a Smurf? APM means nothing. At some point it does. But it's not really relevant to you guys. As long as what's up, Hydra? As long as you're not like Diamond, I don't know, or Masters, and yeah, you hit gold. I'm in gold at 3.2k MMR. I think if you're below 200 APM and you're in Masters, I think that's kind of tough. In my opinion, because I think once you hit Masters, some people are faster, a bit better. Oh, thank you for the raid, SC2 Fool. Hello. What's CC? We're doing a Diamond to Master GM, except I'm Diamond MMR and Gold. You can get Masters with Mouse only? Yeah, I could get Masters with Mouse only. But I already have the mechanics. Like, I already know timings, I have all the game knowledge, so it's also not too fair. Yeah, I know people who have sub below 200 APM who are Masters. A trend that I've noticed personally is a lot of mech. Mid to late game gets a little bit of a struggle. If you're really refined, like yeah, you could definitely play Masters level with 150 to 180 APM. But definitely as you get higher up, it does start getting a little bit more important each time. Like, could you imagine Goody playing Bio at the pro level? He'd die. Thanks for all the Submarinos, by the way. Also, everything's going to be uploaded to YouTube. Bro, why am I fucking off-centered as shit? Bro, why am I wearing a jacket? What the fuck is going... Mommy? What does Goody even do now? He was playing for a little bit. So there's no 100 APM GMs. I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't even to balance wine. I'm not balance wining when I say this. This is a legitimate fact. The only time I have seen somebody with 100 APM in GM is Protoss. Like Genie's on EU, he's 6k and he has like 160 APM, like 150 APM, sometimes even less. Like, legit, like the only time. Maybe if you have like a resident mech player, somebody who only plays mech. But yeah, what about King Cobra? I actually don't know King Cobra's APM, but I don't think it's that low. I think it's maybe a little bit higher than that. I think Genie's is legit like the lowest APM Protoss player like that has hit 6k. And if you watch him play, you can tell it fucks him up. You can tell like there's just some things that he can't do. He's Protoss, though, isn't he? He is. But he uses a lot of aggressive openers, and I think it kind of carries him. King Cobra is literally 5090 APM. Oh, I didn't know, but if you think about it, it also kind of makes sense. Like, he just sits behind cannons and batteries and builds carriers. So, like, you're kind of limited, you know what I mean? Okay, what matchup did we get? Oh, we got Protoss. Okay, so we're playing 3-wax opener. And you're low plat. Yeah, exactly. Like, APM isn't everything. It's just that as you get better, like Masters to GM, it becomes a bit more. It becomes increasingly better. But I think like Terran or Zerg, lower APM is really tough to play. Like mech, if lower APM Terran, might be better off with mech, you know. And yeah, that's also true. You do get faster the better you get. Things become like muscle memory. Game knowledge and 100 APM. Okay. So, I'm gonna actually SCV scout now at 17. Rally this one across just because you guys play apes, and I think scouting earlier is definitely helpful. So we'll do that there. Rally this. One of those.
건설 로봇이 공격받고 있습니다.
Okay, so we'll go marine first, and then when you build the marine, you can take 2 off the gas. And then here I see he's got a Nexus. Nexus before Cyber. So that means that he's not gonna play aggressive with the first gateway unit. So I'm feeling a little bit comfortable now. Thanks for the follow, by the way. And then we'll use this SCV to build our depot. And then what you want to do now is you want, actually what I should have done, some mistake I made, I should have at least tried to see if you built the second pylon down here. Is that we're going to add our 2 barracks before the bunker. And then I build my barracks back here so that it's not, if for whatever reason there's a lot of stalkers in my base, he can't snipe the add-ons, he can't snipe stim as easily, for example. And also, we don't want to build it here because if he shades an adept here, he can see the barracks, and we don't want him to know that we're playing 3 Rex. And then just keep rallying workers there. And then 2 tech labs. Once these finish, you can take a second gas. Yeah, I'll leave the deep. I'm gonna make uncharacteristic mistakes for you guys. Like I'll just let shit happen. But he didn't build an adept. Build some marines. So you want to build marines first until you start stim in combat, and then you can add 2 marauders. And then I think walling off is really good in TVP, so I would highly suggest doing that. And then around this time, it's actually pretty normal to build eBay. So we'll build an eBay, and after 3:30, you want to save scans. How long have I been playing Starcraft 2 MiGs? Since like 2011. So when I was 11, I started playing. So I'm a 2000s baby. But yeah, you want to save scan because that's DT drop. So around 5 minutes is when you're kind of clear, and you save 2 scans. So if you struggle against DT drop, this is one way you can limit it, because we have to play extra safe because we can't really scout, right? We don't have a Reaper, we don't have a Hellion or a Widowmine drop. So this build is safe, but in regards to DT drop, you do need to save those scans. I would even add maybe a little bit more downtime, like maybe instead of 5 minutes, like 5:15. Or you could always just build the fucking missile turret blindly. And then I would have probably moved out a little bit earlier, but we can move out now. And then we'll leave. I like to leave 1 unit in the bunker. It's this, and then just don't F2. Just keep everything here. So I can custom shells. I'll start a factory. It's past 5 minutes now, so I can drop my mules. And then yeah, just keep building depots. Here we have our wall off now. Literal child. Yeah, my brother, the way I got into Starcraft was that my older brother played Brood War. And I would see my brother play Brood War. I thought it was like a really cool game. So I played a little bit of Brood War when I was younger. Like, I don't know, I just like didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and I was trying to play custom games against AIs. And then my brother bought Starcraft when it came out. Okay, here he has charge, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kite away. You know, just run away there. We canceled the 3rd, so there's really no reason to continue. Like, you guys can play apes, by the way. No scouting. charge already. And then we'll build a third now. And then unit retention's really good with 3 racks. So you don't actually need to do damage with it. You can just retain all the units, and then when you build your medevacs, your follow-up is a lot stronger. And everything, it's fine. Like, it's honestly okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll start armor. I'll go into my medevacs. I'm gonna build Widow Mines because I saw all the charge lots. And then here, yeah, because I saw charge, my guess is gonna be that he's going Storm. So I'll scan the main. And there it is, Storm. So yeah. So I'm gonna build a Ghost Academy. And now, oh, I forgot to build depots, but that happens to me even though I'm playing slow, or if I'm playing fast. So at this point here, you have 2 options. You can still attack or see if you can attack, or you can wait for a ghost. It depends entirely on how comfortable you are with your micro. I guess you can take the other one. Getting aped? Yeah, he went like charge first. He built 2 Twilights, and now he's going Storm. And then just build some Ghost. Here we can stem a Marine forward if we don't have scan. And just see how many High Templar he has. Okay, I don't see any High Templar yet, so I'm just gonna A move. We'll kill the Sentry. Here we'll target the Archon, because that's a damage dealer. And then now that we're winning the fight, we'll take our third. Transfer. I see some High Templar coming. But he doesn't have Storm. I'll scan again to make sure there's no more. And then I think we're still winning the fight. Now I can F2 across. Run away. Can transfer now. Maybe build more depots. Okay, now that I have a ghost, we go just keep going, and then just keep A moving. So just because you see that they're going Storm, it doesn't mean you don't need to. At least it doesn't mean you don't have to. Like, you can't go across the map. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, you can go, you can even scan, send a Marine, because you just want to see if they even have the High Templar. In this case, he was building Storm, but didn't build any High Templar. But honestly, like, that sounds like some shit that would happen in fucking Diamond, right? Like, probably some guy is building High Storm and not building any High Templar. And I went for it. I didn't even micro. There was no battery. If there was a battery, I wouldn't have attacked there. I will say, because he would have used a super battery, and then I would have actually needed to do some micro to try to win that fight. Or you probably wouldn't have even taken it, actually. I lied. What's our MMR right now? It's like 3.1 or 2. But here I just have way more stuff than he does. And that's because I didn't force anything here. Like, I didn't try to take a fight with my 3 racks. I went across. He canceled the third. Oops. And then I just ran away. And that's already good enough for me. And then actually make units. I'm excited. Well, let's see what this guy's MMR was. He was 3.2, roughly. Okay, let's go again. Damn, you guys find games instantly. What is this passion? We got Captain Cilantro. Exciting. Shout out Chupapi. Okay, we're gonna do exactly the same thing. We're gonna do 2cc. Banshee.
광물이 부족합니다.
I lost the game at somewhere to a guy with 25 High Templar as his army. Yeah, that's where you build the 65 ghost and you'll never miss an EMP.
광물이 부족합니다.
You too? Wow, he's a passion lord. Wait until he figures out I'm not actually diamond. He's gonna fucking murder me with words. Alright, same thing again. Right, choose Banshee. We haven't played any TBTs yet. We played one. I think he might know because I have a gold border. That's true, but then you could also assume the game is bugged because Starcraft is pretty buggy. Okay, rally this one. Yeah, honestly, I could not do this for more than like 2 or 3 hours. I would fucking blow my brains out. I feel like I'm a vegetable. Just frozen in time. Stagnant. Oh, the speed impaired chat. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just trying to show that you can do it. Honestly, bro, I saw Vibe charges $75 an hour of coaching. Oh, I'm totally uploading this to YouTube. That's a fucking scam. Okay. Don't ever pay for that.
광물이 부족합니다.
What's a reasonable rate? It's more so like if you're how am I gonna put this? Like, okay, let's take into account to different MMRs. Like if I were Masters, I think learning from Vibe is kind of pointless because that guy is like literally in Masters, and he's like a 5k Zerg. So it's like I feel like you're not gonna get decent game knowledge. I feel like you're much better off learning from a semi-pro who's charging like 25 an hour, 20 an hour. You get a few sessions for the same price, and I think it's a lot better for you. I think you get more of a benefit. No, don't buy coaching from me. I'm fucking bad. Like, I think if you're gonna pay that price, you're better off just getting a session with Pig.
부속 건물 완성.
Or like if I'm a GM, if I'm like a Master's Terran, for example. Okay, Baneling bus, so we're gonna go straight into our main. We'll pull some workers. We can just raise this so he doesn't come up anymore. We'll lose everything there. We'll start the Banshees.
광물이 부족합니다.
And then here we just want to be careful. We can hug the ramp. And then what I would do here now is try to stay as standard as possible. Like stick to your build. And then we'll just scan and see his drone count in the natural. So he has no drones whatsoever. And he's just injecting. So I'm just going to stay up here, which he's actually soloing me. And then we'll just wait for my Banshee. Like, I think, like, if I was like, I don't know. Let's say I just started playing the game where I'm like silver, platinum, gold, diamond, like one of those lower MMRs. Maybe diamond, not so much. I don't think it's worth spending like heavy money on coaching from like a top level player even, because you're trying to learn the basics still. I think it becomes a lot more useful if you're like Masters, even like Diamond 1, because you actually learn some stuff that can pertain to you. And your mistakes don't come down to like well, you didn't fucking macro, you didn't build workers. Because unfortunately, even though people don't like that response, it's actually true. Like, you will lose games because of that.
부속 건물 광물이 부족합니다.
But if your goal is to like get if your goal is to learn the basics, and you're willing to dish out the money to like properly have the game set up, you know, camera locations and everything like that, like it's fine to do that. I just think if you're Diamond Plus, paying like that much money for some of those people to coach you is a bit useless. And some people would even do it for free, yeah, if you actually look out for it. Okay, and back to the game. I'm ranting. My YouTube video is gonna be like a meme. Oh wait, I want to build a third. Let's start cloak, 2 spores, and a evo. So I'm just gonna send my stuff across because it seems like he doesn't have much, and we held on quite well. And he moved, so he moved a spore there.
에너지가 부족합니다.
So we'll go around the spore. And then yeah, we'll just sit here with the Hellion, micro. Micro away again. You want to avoid the 4 here. eBay, gas. No drones. But yeah, here we can just target all the drones. Fuck the lings. We don't like kill the drones. Or he's gonna go on a choke like that. I mean, he's dead. And then yeah, we'll just one. Yeah, I helped position the banshees there so that they wouldn't run into the spore. Also, I was kind of baiting him because, to be honest, like, they don't really...
부속 건물 완성.
Did I go... Yeah, I built 8 Hellions because he Ling Bane busted me.
사령부 업그레이드.
I know that his only detection is the Spore, and he would need to move the Spore while trying to attack me with the Ling. So if I just hold position the Banshees, I don't have to micro the Banshees, and they'll just shoot stuff. What do you use for your cancel hockey? Cancel? Escape? Sorry, not cancel. Yeah, he Ling Bane busted me, so I had like an influx of Hellions there. Okay, I would take my third. And then, like, he's dead. Like, he has nothing, so. We'll just wait for 2 medevacs and then we'll go. I'll transfer some of these. Like, he actually caught me with my pants down. Like, literally, I was fucking talking. And I was like, oh yeah, don't do this and don't do that. And then there's like a bunch of links in. Also, I will say, I think Mark is really good to learn from. Because I think his playstyle is a bit more... I think you can copy it, if that makes sense. Like, and he has like these cool builds that are also not too hard to do, in my opinion. Yeah, he's user friendly. Like, he doesn't do anything crazy. He's actually very easy to copy, which I think is why a lot of people like his content as well. That's why I also think like buying Coach from him, for example, even though his price is more expensive, or pretty not, I guess, a bit up there, it's not a bad investment. But I still think that you should not pay that much for a low level coaching unless you like don't give a fuck about the money. But if you're looking for bang for your buck, maybe not entirely the best decision. But also the other problem is that for some people, if you charge too little for coaching, then people will want to buy a lot of your coaching. So that's another thing. Like yeah, maybe if Vibe had lowered his price, for example, a lot of people would buy his coaching, and then it's not really worth it. But yeah, so we just kind of damn, lost like nothing. So literally, it was just so whenever you get Bane busted like that, and it actually was a little bit scary. What you want to do is notice also I put my Hellions here. Don't leave them too far forward. Right now, you want to just send it into your main if you can, and then pull some workers. His mistake was sending all the banelings to my natural. He should have ran them up here, and it would have been better for him. And if you can, raise these, and then what you want to do after this is you could just sit up here and build a Banshee, and then once you have a scan, you can scan up here. But honestly, if you want the best way to entirely limit this, while I upload this to YouTube, I will be uploading this to YouTube. If you don't want to die to this entirely, a really good habit would be leaving your Hellions on the ramp, so that you have more time to be able to send it into your main. Because otherwise it could be too lag. I could have easily have gotten these surrounded, and then like sure, like I'm fast enough to fucking raise the depot, pull my workers, and like do all that stuff, but like you guys wouldn't be able to do that. So if worst comes to worst, though, just raise the depots as fast as you can, and at least that way they have to detonate some of the Banes onto the depots. Because I was gonna have another 2 aliens coming out there. What the fuck is that, P? Are you pushing P?